Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to And Then our Sunday morning live. My little piece of tribute and homage to the movie Dude, Where's My Car, which I actually thought was quite a fucking hilarious movie, but that's a whole other story for another time. But alrighty, everybody, before I get into that side chat, please remember everything here on this live and chat is for 21 years or older. Nothing for sale or trade ever, ever, ever. And everything we do on here is for documentary and educational purposes. Cheers, cheers. Yes, let's get over into that side chat. All right, I see John Boy was here. John Lindsay, yes, yes. Hey, Michael Jackson. Hello to Kansas. Thanks so much for coming in. Momanix, what's up, my friend? Fat Buds. Hope everything is well at home. Indeed, indeed. Stone Root, cheers, cheers, my friend, and good morning. Levi, salutes to mad busy today, so I'll drop my blessings. And it's time to get your Sunday off to a right start. Yo, thank you, Levi's. It's been a minute, but I'm glad you're doing well. And yeah, keep busy indeed. Cavs, good morning. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Aussie chick. Oh, indeed, indeed, indeed. I hope everybody's having a great weekend as well. I know Crumblewick is. Mary, good morning, Mary and Rob. I'm sure Rob isn't up yet, but I'll say good morning anyway. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, indeed. Reese, good morning. Good morning and cheers. It's nice having a bunch of people piling in and saying, hey. Yes, yes. No more and then. Jim finds peace. What's up, Jim? What is up? William Bartow, my friend. How goes it? How goes it? My chat just jumped on me. There we go. Nope, that was just myself. Just myself. Whew. John Lindsay, my friend, how are you this fine morning? How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody's doing well. And I hope everybody had a fantastic week and that their weekend's going well. As I said, Crumblewick had a super productive day yesterday, which is really crazy because my night at work didn't end until about 10:30 yesterday morning. And then I just came home and fucking rallied and just everything from mowing to transplanting to I finally posted a fucking, you're 41 years old now. Nice, John. Nice. Nice indeed. Oh, what's Mary saying? William, we have a problem. The rooster is starting to cause trouble, and the chickens are in an uprising. We had to remove him last night. Save me, but we have to decide what to do. Oh, wow. That's right, Michael. At some point in time, one day, you will be able to enjoy those infused brownies. Yes, yes. But we'll all consume edibles and smoke so that you can live vicariously through us. Indeed, indeed. Hey, Asematic. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Cav said, I've been cleaning up tents and killing off plants. Well, is this just your rotation of time to do things like that, Cavs, or did you have a problem in the hunt? Hey, it's 5:30, everybody. Cheers, cheers. Little hydration. Ah, perfect. Out with the old, in with the new. Cheers, cheers. Very nice, Levi. Very nice. Yo, John Boy. All right, John Boy. So, I understand your quote unquote clone, your auto clone of Strawberry Cough is still doing well. I'm sure it will. I just think it's going to finish the same time whatever you pulled it from finished. I guess that's all. Yeah, the little ghosts. they glow in they glow in the dark too, Michael. Yep. They glow in the dark. But I have too much light in here for you to see that unless I was to shut all my extra off. But I think I'd still have too much from my monitors for it to actually glow. Ba-da-ba-da. Wow. Indeed. Yeah, it is. It is cool. And we didn't know when we got it that it was a glow in the dark one. And we got it for $38, I think, or $27, one or the other. It was being discontinued in the glass shop that we have in town. Very nice. Cav said I just ordered the DACA 3 Turbo E-Rig setup. Should be here next week, hopefully. Nice. Nice indeed. You had a Freak Plant Tahoe OG? Yeah, Cheddar. Good morning, Cheddar. Third time in the ocean. This time in the ocean. It's interesting. I know people that have done that. I've seen a lot of weird things when it comes to people doing stuff with funerals and stuff at cemeteries. Crumble Pappy, my father, was a florist for 45 years. So we were in and out of funeral homes all our lives and cemeteries and flowers here, there, and everywhere else. So, yeah. Cav said I'm killing off everything. I would like to say that my plants outdoors are holding on strong. I have seen nothing presenting itself male-wise at the moment, which is very nice. Hey, George W. Cush, good morning, my friend. Cheers, cheers, and thanks for stopping in. Cheddar Bob, your birthday isn't tomorrow. But yes, happy birthday, indeed. 41, I believe you said, right, Lindsay? And it's still cool, though, John Boy. And I mean, I don't know. There are things like that I've done before because I wanted to see what would happen. Not that I didn't believe what everybody else said, but nice. Well, a belated. And I hope it was freaking awesome. Oh, William. I'll tell you, I have that Banana Purple Punch auto that I threw outside. Good God, did I stress the shit out of that. I can't say anything about 42 Fast Buds because it wasn't them. It was 100% me. But it's just funny. I'm letting it grow anyway. I up potted 2 of my Acapulco Gold Panama Reds yesterday. I've got 2 in the 150-gallon raised bed, and then I got another 2 that I put in 15-gallon pots yesterday. Oh, that's awesome, John. You won the JR Token clone on the 710 giveaway. So that's a belated birthday gift right there, and a freaking nice one, too. Very nice. Yeah, I guess so, Mary. I guess so. This is all new territory for the crumble, though, because you got to remember, I'm growing outdoors in soil, which I haven't done before. The last X number of years, I've grown exclusively in cocoa. Even outdoors last summer, I was in cocoa. They're beautiful plants, calves. They really are. I feel bad because I did a short yesterday and I only included 2 of them in there. The other 2 that were in the raised bed, I didn't get over to them. So I think I'm going to do, well, they'll get showed off better when I do an actual video, not just a short. Nice, John. No problem, Cass. Cheddar. I'm learning. I'm expanding my knowledge base and what I'm going to learn. And I don't know. I can see. I'll know better after this run. I'm just going to be honest. I only have a couple bricks of cocoa left, so it's not going to be the end of the world. And the soil, I understand I will be able to reuse, like the raised bed. Interesting, John Boy. I know people that just harvest their tops and then wait for everything else to, mature and finish. I've seen that done before. Yeah, and that was why I started out in it. But you know what? It wasn't until this last run that I got a really good understanding of cocoa because Maine worked along with me so well, steering me and explaining to me the processes behind a lot of the stuff. Oh, you're still trimming, William? Cocoa makes a great casing layer for shrooms. Okay, that's fair enough. But part of it is I'm growing different now too than when I first started. When I first started, I was growing for more people than I'm growing for right now. I was growing for quantity versus quality. I just was. I'm not going to lie. And now I've just completely changed my whole thought process with it all. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt anything. Like I can always mix it in with whatever I'm doing soil wise. Mix some in, it's not going to hurt. I'll just have to whip all my freaking root balls into the freaking woods from all my cocoa that I've used over the years. I've got a big pile of it outside, which really looks unsightly. Some plants are just weird, John Boy. Oh, that's true, Cav. Your local woods has plenty of cocoa also? Nice, George. Hey, Keystone Cultivators. Good morning. Good morning, and thanks for coming in. Just chitting and chatting about cocoa core and soil and stuff like that. All right, John said, my male ICANN THC Paloma Punch is about to drop pollen any day. Nice. Waiting for the ICANN Trichome Valley. Dab Merino White Cherry. That's awesome, John. Awesome indeed. Again, I think this is going to be an awesome freaking learning experience for me, and it might change me to move to soil. I can't say it won't. Nice. Good morning, Big Terp. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Oh, and for anybody who's wondering, I am smoking on some strawberry kush this morning that I grew. And I know that Cheddar's going to ask me if that's so-and-so kush. No, it's just a strawberry kush that I said came from some unknown seed bank. So I don't know, Cheddar Bob. I don't know. And that was the one that I said my kids bought me this assortment of seeds from everything 420. So it could be Joe Shit the Ragman seed bank for all I know. Yeah, you're right on all of that. I agree, William. I agree. I think it was just coming out of the gate. I was trying to do what I thought would be easier way back. And now it's just like, is that Wasmond I saw come in? Yeah, Wasmond, good morning, good morning. Hope you've had a fantastic week and weekend. Oh, Cabs is saying I'm smoking on some Rock Solo peanut butter pie, flour rosin. Nice. So, Fat Buds, that's what I went out and bought from you guys' recommendation. I went with, I bought 50-50 of the Happy Frog and Ocean Forest. And excited to pick up more yesterday morning. Pro Mix, Mary? Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, Cheddar Bob, Cheddar, I'm not being an ass. I'm going to ask a serious question here. So, we had a place that went out of business here not that long ago, a big like farm and country place. And I grabbed a couple of bags of peat moss, big fucking ones, because they were only $7. I can integrate that in and mix some of that in, just not a shit ton, right? Cool. Cool. Because I know some people out there are like Johnny anti fucking peat moss. I don't fucking use it. And again, with no explanation behind it or anything like that. It's like I wasn't going to plant the fucking plants directly in, a fucking 30-pound container of fucking peat moss. I'm not that much of a carcass. Nice, John Boy. Oh, what happened here? Crumblewick was talking and missed the freaking 5:45 rip. So cheers. Let's hydrate. Pro mix is peat based. Again, this is stuff that that Crumble doesn't know because I haven't dealt with soil. Okay, Cheddar. Nice. Nice, Michael. I know I can't do the turmeric and cayenne and pepper control. I probably could, but there was a point in time, Michael, when I was on doing the apple cider vinegar for whatever. I did it for like 3 months, and oh my God, I can't even go near apple cider vinegar right now. It makes me want to fucking hurl. It does indeed. How stone root? You have peat and cocoa in your soil. Okay. Usually low in peat. Okay, Wasman. The peat moss does retain water more. That I do know. Hey, Maine, what's going on, my friend? Cheers. Marcus said 30% peat, 30% aeration, 30% compost, 10% topsoil can make a great soil mix. Amend it and let it go for the season. Nice, Cheddar. Nice, Jim. Nice. That is a score. Fire cider? I don't know what that is, Chatter. That is smart, Cavs. Saving a little for the new rig. That's exciting. You just got up? You lazy ass? Maine, what the fuck is that all about? I just got up. Really, John Boy? That sucks. John Boy said the other day I checked the strawberry cough outdoor in a pot. The main bud was totally white from bud rot. Yeah, it can. It can indeed. All right, Mary, you have a great morning. Indeed. And we will be here. If not, and I don't see you, hopefully we can catch up soon. I've been such a lazy ass about getting together because of work and all that crap, but life just gets in the way sometimes. But indeed, we need to hang out and blaze one up. Oh, I get it, Maine. So you were actually exhausted. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ba, 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 ba. Yes, yes, indeed. Ba, 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 ba. I'm trying to think of what of excitement's been taking place. Oh, you're going to have new windows done this summer, Stone? Nice. Nice. Indeed, Cavs. Yeah, our next project is going to be the deck. I just got to pull the trigger and give the guy half the money down and all that crap. But I can't. I forgot to go to the municipal building on Thursday, and Friday they were closed, which I didn't know that they're closed every Friday now. So I'm going to have to go on Monday. Oh, yes, indeed, they are. Window prices are fucking outrageous. Ah, Fat Buds. You've been having the spring ass. Good for you. New couch is great. Yes, indeed, Wasmond. We all hope Miss Cavs has a speedy recovery. Yes, yes. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. A steel deck. I should. I should do something over the top like that and then ram it up my insurance company's ass because I'm so fucking pissed that they have made it so I've got to put the whole thing on and shell out all the money before they'll give me any more than the $690 that they will stop a snowplow. Working on collaboration with GI. Oh, GI and Tom Pollenchucker's coming out soon. Fair enough. Nice. I was going to ask how mom's doing, Fat Buds. And we've got a local place. Well, it is local to Oswego called, I think it's ARC or something like that, or maybe even the company that I work for, OCO, does it. But they will go around and they will put in handicap ramps. Even they have some temporary ones too. You know, like for somebody who's going to be in a wheelchair for X amount of time, they have temporary ones they can drop on the house. Steel frame and fiber decking. That's quite a deck, William. Holy smokes. Good morning, local. Hey, trippy, drippy, hippie. Cheers, cheers. Mrs. Cabs has received a bell ring from the cannabis community, so thank you for that. Indeed. Yes, yes. We got for time 5:55. We're rolling right up on 6 o'clock on this wonderful Sunday morning. Yes, yes. So, Jim, what did you find at the dispensary that you said you found some great weed at? Inquiring minds want to know. I'll tell you, when I pulled this strawberry kush out yesterday, I had another bag that was an unmarked one because I had a bunch of stuff that I put to the side that I was like, this is going to be for concentrate, or this is going to be for making hash. So I never put what the strain was on them because I was just going to put them all together and just do a big fucking run. No, Trippy. The neglected lapdog this morning is sleeping with his brother. He must be freaking tired, or I don't know, but he'll come over this morning. Probably. I'm surprised you're right that he's not up now because 6 o'clock's usually when he goes out for the first time. Well, first time during the live. Wedding cake. Nice. Nice. Yes, indeed. Yo, Doko. Excuse me as I cough in your ear. Doko Grow, good morning, and cheers. That's nice, Jim. That is really nice. See, we don't really have, there's a, Central Square has a tiny one that is a tiny little dispo, which I don't even know how they're open, but they are, and they don't get in trouble for it. But, yeah. And that's kind of neat because they have just a select number of strains, like a handful. That is, it's raining there, Fat Buds. Reese, how have you been? How have you been indeed? It is 5:59. Gonna make sure I got a bowl ready for the 6 o'clock rip and a little hydration on board. Oh, yeah, it's legal in New York State. I'm just talking about, we've got bigger dispos that are owned by, it's almost like a franchise, like Flintstone is up here. And they, they've got like 3 or 4 locations within less than half an hour from me. And then the Central Square one's about 20 minutes away because I said he's a little teeny one. But, it's expensive to get your licensing and everything else to open these things up, especially here. I saw that, Cheddar. Yeah, I think you're right on that. But yeah, I watched that this morning and was like, holy shit. I will say, how about Patty's submission, though? That was brutal. Nice. Cam said the only thing I'll have to figure out is the ringing in my ears from mushrooms or Mrs. Cav's bell. Yeah, it is, Cheddar. I don't like the fact that dispos can only sell weed grown in New York can only an air horn. Oh, that would be pretty cool, Michael. That would be pretty cool if your daughter opened up a dispo. Here I was running my mouth again, missing the 6 o'clock rip. Cheers, cheers. A big shout out to the 25 of us in here. Cheers. That is funny. That is funny indeed. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy, William? They did double daily amounts. Oh. Yeah. Mock House is going to ring your bell. Nice. That is crazy. Trying to think of what's been going on. I was mowing yesterday. Went over this one spot on the lawn. And I don't have any high or low spots on my lawn. So if I do have a high or low spot, it's usually like freaking moles or groundhogs or asshole creatures like that. But yesterday I had something in my lawn and looped back around to see what it was. It's a fucking anthill. There had to be thousands of ants pouring out of it. When I went back by it again, they were really pissed. They were taking their eggs and running like little motherfuckers. You know, William, I have not gotten it. Oh, no, I take that back. I take that back. When we went to the casino, when we went to Delago, there's a res right near there, but there's a dispo outside of the res that gets all their stuff. They actually have a drive-through, just like you'd pull up to a fucking donut shop or something. Huh. You know, I will tell you, this weed catches up with you kind of quick. You are correct, Cavs. The best weed is homegrown. Yeah, see, I haven't had a problem with that, with having ants all over my weed or anything like that. As I said, the birds are still doing a really nice job of taking care of a lot of PM on the plants, even with these ones going out there right now. Yes, yes. Do you remember that game when we were little? Ants in the Pants? That was a funny game. Little plastic pants, you'd shoot those little fuckers up there. Yeah. What do you do when you can't get a hold of two authorities for an injured eagle? You know what? You find my sister, and out of nowhere, she'll pull some fucking animal rescue group out of her ass and send them your way because she just does shit like that. She's down in Alabama and she's rescued like 3-4 dogs off the roadside out of fields, called on fucking alligators with fucking fish lying around their heads and all sorts of shit. She's yeah. But she ended up having a dog stuck with her for like 2 or 3 days because she could not get a hold of the one person for the whole county or town where she is. True, William. True. Huh. Some dill. I didn't know ants don't like dill. That had to hurt, local. Ants farm aphids. Huh. For some reason, I thought I knew that. I don't know. Sometimes Crumble knows, sometimes Crumble doesn't know. All I know is I've been bit by fire ants before and it sucks. So I really don't have a lot. I had ant farms when I was little. Those were kind of cool. We had big ones in our science class, like massive. Like just fucking big. And they'd have all sorts of different shit all over. Good God, William. Thank you. Nice cheddar. No arrows, no bullets. Just one throw punch to a deer. Hey, Sister G, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers, and thank you for coming in. Hey, Big Terp. Big Terp. Isn't that the truth right there? Those are some awesome, awesome things. I've seen that where the people pour the lead down in the ant holes and then dig it out afterwards. That's some seriously cool stuff. Oh, wow, Wasman. Yeah, the aluminum anthills are pretty cool. John Boy, why would you have that? John Boy said, my pet black widow spider's eggs hatched. Now I have hundreds of baby black widow spiders in the aquarium. You know, I bought grapes from Walmart once, put them in my refrigerator, went to go get some like 20 minutes later, and there was a fucking black widow spider in the bag. You know what I did? I smashed the shit out of the bag of fucking grapes. Yeah, you are right, Big Terp. That is awesome. Awesome. A butternut tree. It's about 100 years old. A 5-foot burl above ground, unknown below. Was offered 5,000 for it and said absolutely not. Dang. Oh, see-through epoxy. Nice. Purslane or purslane? Purslane. I have heard that cheddar, that the spiders just drop down in your mouth while you're sleeping. Spider wine. Yep, that I did. Pissed me off, little jerk. Yes, yes. Better change bowls out here. We are rolling up on 6:15. Yes, yes. That's cool though, John Boy. I'm no one to judge. I was just curious. Up here in New York State, we really don't have them. When I was down in Virginia, they were all over the place. So, William said, oh yeah, I trimmed the Odin cross with Loki, cross with Skywalker OG last night. For some reason, I found 2 seeds. Any thoughts? Okay, I had that happen, William, with, how did I have it? I had that happen with my Master OG. I ended up with like 2 or 3 seeds out of the whole fucking plant. And I asked somebody about it, and they said that sometimes a plant will do that. It will throw some ditch seeds or some shit like that. So I figured it was nothing death defying. You know, the weed smoked great. It wasn't like the whole thing was riddled with seeds, but yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I was just trying to think if I have the seeds that came from the plants, but I don't think I planted any of them. Like when I hadn't seen will it do anything, but I have them in with all my other seeds. Do 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 ba 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 ba. It is 6:15, everybody. Cheers, cheers. Gonna hydrate. Hold on a second here. There we are. I always forget to change that on my on my YouTube computer or YouTube monitor that I have over here. And that is to make sure that I have all all right. Nice, Wasman. I think sometimes it can just happen, William. I think. Yeah, AI is being a little bitch these days. I will tell you, it's weird. Skeptical genealogist Crumble says she does work with AI where she's got to take a look at two different AI systems and I don't know, pick which one is the best suited for whatever applications and things they're trying to utilize it for. But she said if you're not super specific, you don't get the answers that you're really looking for. But still, it's just driven from a very wonky area as far as I'm concerned. She's making good money off from it and she can do it all from home whenever she wants. Hey, token pirate raccoon. Cheers, cheers. Well, that's what I thought, Cabs. I mean, they grew long before we started fucking with them. You know, all this stuff grew out in nature. Hey, Hobo Hideaway, Jack shit. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Thanks for stopping in. Hope all is well in your world. Cheers, cheers. Cab said, a matter of fact, if you let them, they'll still seed themselves out. Huh. So, Cabs, let me ask this question then. So, if I had an outdoor plant, I'm just throwing this thought out there, and I harvested all of it except for like one or two buds, would those possibly seed themselves out? Oh, that's pretty cool, Cabs. That's cool. See, now I'm going to want to try that and see what happens. You know what, everybody? It's 6:20, which means it's 4:20 out in Colorado. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Cheers, cheers. Cheers for the 28 of us in here right now. So we're rolling up on about an hour of being on here. That's one of the things up here. I don't think. Excuse me. Up here, I don't think I could get enough of my outdoor to have that happen. Not as much as I would think it would want to happen. Because I feel I still pull early outdoors because of weather I'm usually challenged by. Right, Tommy. Right indeed. Real Tommy said. No, he didn't say that. He said down in the Carolinas, hemp grows wild along the highways and it's all over. To self seeds and feeds. It's called evolution. Go, Real Tommy, how are you this morning? Cheers, cheers. And how's good old Connecticut doing? Is the state getting back in order after the calamity that they went through? Yeah, I know. That's just it, William. I will. In my experience, the plant seeding herself out. The seeds never come from buds. They come from below the buds. Huh. Nice. Nice, Tommy. Yeah, I had not heard. It kind of like somebody said storm Connecticut, and it didn't dawn on me how bad it actually was. And I don't talk to anybody really there anymore. The only person I talk to from Connecticut is fucking Tommy. Some wild weed, said Cavs. That's cool. Cool indeed. All right, let's see. We got a dog that wants to go out. Be right back. Come on, buddy. Come on. Max. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. People wanted to know where you were this morning. Yes, they did. They wanted to know what you were doing. And I said you were sleeping with your brother. So I wasn't lying. It was true. I have one more treat for you. Alrighty, fat buds. I'm coming in. I still got a big Bit of a shithole. That's all right. Enjoy the new couch, though. Hey, Rick's Candle Lounge. What's going on, my friend? What is going on? Hold on a second. I got to get a dog up here. There we are. Sit down, buddy. There we are. Sit down. Rodilization. Huh. Yeah, that's cool. Bananas used to have seeds. Oh, nice, Tommy. You gifted something to Cavs? Or you gifted something to William? Nice. All right, you got to sit down now. Good boy. Pollen is pollen. What? What? Why are you being crazy this morning? What? What? You know, I'm at least what I would consider to be far enough away from where I wouldn't have to worry, but nobody grows around me. But still the same, when I walk through part of my yard and I catch a whiff of what I have growing, it makes you just realize how far things can travel. Watch out, Max. It is 6:29. Crumble Pappy will be messaging me any moment now. Yeah, I know you said that really did put you back, John boy. Yeah, that's true, Tommy. True indeed. Yeah, it's so weird to know that how different some of the plants and vegetables and fruit that we eat, what its original form was and what it looked like as opposed to what we've bred it to look like now. I know pollen's microscopic, calves. It's just an interesting thing to realize how far it can actually travel. It makes sense, but still the same. Or we wouldn't have stuff all over the world or some other invasive species spreading so much throughout different states where you find it's in one county and then next thing you know, it's fucking all over the place. Really, William? 90 acres of hemp. Wow. Hey, I win the terrible. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. And it is 6:31 once again. Crumble missing the 6:30 rip, but that's okay. I know, pollen does, Wasman. It does look gnarly under a scope. Cheers, cheers, everybody, for the 6:30 rip. Government made organic. Hey, Fabian, what's going on, my friend? Good morning. Cheers, cheers. And yes, indeed. And Ziggy's here saying hey and good morning, everybody, from Ziggy. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. I hope everything is well in your world. It's been a little bit since I've seen you on. Yeah, Ziggy Smalls. Yes, yes. Should bring Ziggy to work with me. For when I have residents I don't want to fucking talk to, I could just pull out the finger. I could pull out my middle finger and be like, talk to fucking Ziggy Smalls. I could do that. Yes, Wasmond. I would support that. I would support that big time. I'm guessing you were saying mycology is so much fun instead of my coggly. Alrighty, fat buds. Enjoy. As I said, enjoy that couch. Getting those springs out of your ass is going to be a great thing. Hemp and mycelium. Max. Thank you. Thank you. Fabian's usually kicking about fishing and having his jams and his music going and little parties. That's okay, Cabs. Sometimes you do type something and I'll read it. I'll change it to what I think it's supposed to say. And then you'll be like, no, I really meant that. And it's like, oh, okay. So I was just making sure I didn't, wasn't missing out on something. No telling what you're typing about. Big shout out to the 25 of us in here. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Few mushrooms pop up in your grow pots. Nice. I found some awesome mushrooms out in my yard it was the first time that I mowed this year, so this is going back about a month. And they were fantastic. They were nothing that was edible. I sat there and took a picture with Google Lens just to see, because they look magnificent. And yeah. Always proofread my text. Oh, yes, I learned that, Cabs, with you a long time ago. A long time ago. Oh, nice. Some hillbillies. Good, Fabian. Good. I think that's a great idea. I do not have any right now. I have some that I am waiting on. So I'll have X amount of time on that because I had done two of the all-in-one bags before I do my personal fable that I got before I get that going. Hey, Jimmy John, what's going on? Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. A lot of ink cap mushrooms that show up in the mornings. Interesting, John boy. Interesting. Bow, 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 bow. Woo, woo, woo. So I got a funny story for you. I guess it's a funny story, but Crumble daughter, the one who took her dog, which was her dog, but that Crumble daughter, always complains about her job and how much it sucks and nobody's appreciated and they do nothing for them and whatever, even though she gets paid good. She works Monday through Friday. She gets mileage. She's a floating teller for a banking system, financial institution. So the other day, her boss calls her and says, hey, I have 2 tickets to Weird Al Yankovic. If you want to go, my daughter can't go. So she ended up getting to go Friday night to see Weird Al. It's like, oh, but your place of employment sucks so much. Come on, kiss my ass. Inu, cheers, cheers. What is going on, my friend? What is going on? Was that deliberate, Jimmy John? It says, oh, broke tops off both Amnesia Haze plants? Same mushrooms come up every time because you're recycling soil. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Weird Al, I've heard, puts on a fantastic show. Crumble brother and one of Crumble nieces have seen Weird Al a multitude of times. And he does, there's a movie out about him that's freaking supposed to be hilarious. I haven't seen it. I've seen previews of it. Yeah, you're right, William. You're right. And I don't get it. The weird thing is, William, out of all my children, she is the only one who behaves like that. who fell into the woke mentality and all of that shit. That money isn't real and all this other stuff. So I don't get it. Me and the second Mrs. Crumbawig have beat our fucking heads against the wall trying to figure out if there's a solution. Yo, Susanna, good morning. Cheers, cheers. Oh, nice. Cab said the purple skunk is looking amazing. It's bloody skunk crossed with purple punch. That does sound outstanding. That it does. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Yeah, doesn't it make you wonder, William? It does, because you have to question what you did wrong and like where this stuff came from. Yeah, that's a hard one right there, John Boy. That is. It sounds like probably something's eating rhubarb leaves. I'm guessing when the rhubarb's little, it's eating them. Because the big ones, that sounds like a grasshopper or a locust or something that would gnaw on that shit. Maine, what are you going to be starting? How many? Oh, that's right. You're doing an open room, right? You are doing an open room grow. Bernie likes it thus far. Nice. Nice, Tommy. Nice. Oh, the big leaves. That's crazy. That sounds like an animal then, if the whole thing's getting eaten. But I don't know what would fucking eat it. Oh, it is an insect. Groundhogs will chew up the fucking rhubarb, William. 6:44 coming up on 6:45. Open room with 16 plants. Fucking rock on, man. Rock on. I'm going to put my my tent online. I don't know. At some point in time, I'm going to get it all cleaned up and then I'll just rock it out with something in it. Hey, Frank Seeds, cheers, my friend, and good morning, and thanks for popping in. Rabbits, that's another choice, Real Tommy, yeah. Improve the bricks level of the plants. Gonna do all photos. Wow, you're going like fucking all in, man. Just gonna keep them small. Okay. Is some of that drought driven, John Boy? Because I know they say that it has just affected everything. I don't see it because I don't feel, I don't know, where I am, specifically my house, I don't feel there's anything droughty about it. 10 to 15 days veg, then 12-12. What do you mean, Cheddar? Cheddar said I'd suggest reheat in an open room, Maine, instead of dehumidifying. Oh, soil, sand, and clay? Soil is sand and clay. Excuse me. Hey, Jack shit. Good morning, hobo, my friend.
Excuse me.
What is up?
Can you hear me now?
Absolutely. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, getting started. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well indeed.
Yeah, good. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
Well, sometimes that's all we can do.
It's a thing. One day at a time, I suppose.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers.
All right. Well, I don't know what I'm doing with my day. It's a Sunday, I think.
Yes, it is.
And so I still want to talk to you about stuff. So if you want to give me a shout later,
Sure.
whenever's fine.
Okay.
You got my phone number, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Not unless you changed it.
I didn't change it again. No.
All right.
No. This time it's secure. But anyway, yeah, give me a shout later on. That'd be cool.
All right. Perfect.
All right, brother. You have a wonderful day.
You too. Peace.
Later.
Yep. Nice. Always nice talking to Jack, having him come up and do a quick rip with us. Kelp extract into the mix, your root growth by 30%. Really? Okay, so I have kelp meal. Is that the same thing as like a kelp extract, calves? I'm just curious. Frank Seed says everything's on time if you avoid the sun. Proper cucumbers typically flower like marsupial. Huh. Cannabis Mechanic on Instagram. Reheat. Look up. Cannabis Mechanic. Can you turn AC unit? Okay, that makes sense. People forget that when you can use a refrigerator as a dehumidifier in a sense. It does it all the time. That's why you have a condensation pan underneath, because of humidity is getting pulled out. That's why your meats will dry out in there. You can dry age meat under refrigeration. Well, you fucking do. So. Oh, you don't, Michael. You don't know female from male seeds. You have to wait until they're X amount old of seedlings. And then you go from there. Yo, TJ. Cheers, my friend. What is going on? What is going on? John boy. I noticed that, Cheddar. I will check it out. Oh, that's right. You got the mini split. Yeah, I know. It's funny thinking of all the seeds that were thrown away back in the day. How you tell plant sex from a seed? I I don't buy it. That's Crumble's opinion, and I'm entitled to it. Yo, Aaron Woodley, cheers, cheers, my friend. So it's a 50-50 crapshoot anyway. Oh, nice, Cheddar. Yeah, that's just it. A fucking clickbait. Clickbait. But that's one of the things when you look at some of these fucking videos and shorts and shit like that, they are fucking clickbait. But like assholes, we sit there and watch the fucking thing all the way to the end in hopes they're really going to tell us something important in the whole fucking thing. So that's where they get you by the fucking stonies. Oh, John Boy, you were in a metal building last year? Yeah, there are. A lot of grifters. A lot of fucking grifters out there. Hey, Penny Pebble Ripplers. Cheers, cheers, and good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see what's left in this bowl. Yeah, a little something. Little something indeed. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Yeah, it's sad, Jamie. It is sad. Some of the worst people during Prohibition. Well, you get people that have played it safe for a long time, or people who are the flippers, who are back and forth, depending on which way everything's swaying. They're going for the popular vote. They aren't standing for what they actually do or don't believe in. Hey, Tim Yak, good morning, and cheers. Cheers, cheers. Thanks for coming in. Big shout out to the 32 of us kicking around in here, as we're just chitting and chatting about a little bit of everything, rolling up on 7 o'clock. Yes, yes. Think I'm going to fire up another joint here. True enough. True enough. It is funny, and you are right, Cavs. Cav said, what? The people who grew weed didn't tell people the truth? It's got to be a production moving your plants all over the place, John Boy. That's true. But you know what? I'm sure all of us on here, unfortunately, have been taken advantage of. I know Crumblewig has. Indeed, indeed. All right, let's not have like a full-scale war go on here over breeding and like that. We don't need to. Cheddar Bob, don't you encourage shit. You know what I have I need to expand my horizon some, and at some point try somebody else's weed from on here that I grow along with. I'm gonna have to figure out something about meeting up with somebody and doing that. And I'll tell you why, because I just get curious. I get curious how my weed is, how it would stack up with somebody else's, but also just knowing that I only smoke my own weed. I'm not trying to be a weed snob, but it seems like I do. Indeed, Cavs. Scammers out there from Cost Texas. I know. It's true, Michael. You know, that's fair enough. As Cav said, your own weed is homegrown and perfect for you. It's true. I just wonder. That's all. John Boy said, my abs are like plates of steel. Yo, Mano, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Do you understand what I'm saying, William, though? I'm like sheltered world. I had good quality cannabis sent me something in the mail once that was his, that he had grown. And that had a phenomenal terp profile, but it was like a freaking 3-minute high and then fell off. So I'm just curious. Get a camping trailer and you could meet me up with Deep Creek Lake for a 3-day smoke fest. Dang. Tempting, tempting indeed. Hey, Tiger Prawn, cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. We are rolling up on 7 o'clock. Yes, we are. Oh, Tommy, that's pretty sweet. Tommy said, I got 5 local growers here that I supply seeds to. I get free weed. Tiger Prawn, I have actually grown microgreens before. And I also have grown and am currently growing mushrooms. Well, which kind of mushrooms? Because I've grown like your normal cooking mushrooms. And then I've grown these psychedelic mushrooms. Right, William. That's cool. Yeah, Penny. And that's just it too. Crumble daughter always asks first thing, as soon as she has a rip, well, what is this? What's this strain? What's whatever? And she's like, well, where did it come from? And I'm like, it's only stuff that I've grown. Yeah, that is John Boy. And how many plants are you moving? Nice, Tiger. You can get the gold caps there in the wild. That's crazy. I did the microgreens in, they were like, I did all sorts of bean sprouts and like that in the jars, which is pretty cool. And then the microgreens, I was running a whole bunch of, the fuck was it called? Arrow Gardens. And those things were jamming. We were harvesting them every fucking day practically. Hey, Heart of the South, what's going on, my friend? Cheers, cheers. Sweet potato pie, and I shut my mouth. It tastes like hay. It's good. No terps. Giving it to the neighbor. Nice, Tommy. Good morning, Mrs. Crumblewig. Love you. Holy shit. 3 to 4 years in advance, Big? Wow. Wow. Holy shit. You were moving 11 of them last year? Maine said, good morning, Mrs. Crumble. Good morning. Cab said, good morning, Mrs. Wiggy. There's a lady here, sunshine, goes by. She's filled a 4x4 with one of my plants in less than 30 days, super aggressive. That's tempting, Heart, and thank you very much for the invitation. I forgot you're down in that area. Nice chatter. That does sound good, Big Terp. I didn't know if you were referring to them as your kids. It could be. Yo, Shadow, good morning. I know, it is like we're halfway through summer. Isn't that fucking crazy? It's crazy. I bet, John Boy. I bet. What is it that you want, you rat dog? Yeah. You want to come back up? Come on. Remember, there's nothing on the desk. So you can just sit there. It's my lighter. That's it. We're about 5 minutes out from our next rip, maybe. Except I'm going to have some of this. Yes, I am. You get out of there. That's my coffee cup. You get away from there. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, Penny. You know, I have seen many people have much success with different people's genetics. Can we just, for the sake of argument, agree that people are going to grow what they're going to grow and they're going to become partial to different breeders? But we don't need to talk shit about each other while we're in here. We can just move forwards, please.
Max, stop.
Yo, Token Tom, good morning, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Harbor Ferry Run. You know, I have gone to, I don't know, I've never spent or went on a big vacation in Maryland. Never have. Did Vermont, did Maine, did Massachusetts, did Rhode Island. One time at Plant Camp, indeed. We're about 2 minutes out from the 710 RIP. Oh, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Different regions and weather affect growth cycles. True enough. Yo, Braxton, what's going on, my friend? Cheers, cheers. I understand, Cavs. Nah, John Boy says drink some of that mimosa tea. It makes everything better. Cheers, cheers. Oh, that's true, too. That's true. Not all soil is created equally. Crumbleweig's going to be learning this whole grow just because of the fact that I am in soil. You know. Cheddar Bob, most soil isn't even actually soil. Well, I don't know. I don't know the actual definition of soil. Sand, silt, and clay. You know, so I guess one of the things is you do obviously have out there. I mean, nobody runs around and amends the whole fucking world, but shit grows all over the place. It grew there naturally before. It is 7:10. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Let me grab another water here. A little hydration. Nice. Cheers, cheers, homie grows. What's up, my friend? What is up? Thank you for that, heart. Fair enough, Cheddar. Bacteria, fungus, insects, fruit drop theory. Token Tom jumping in saying everything is a polyhybrid mutt these days. Where are you finding anything pure? Yeah. Northern Lights is good for us here, but not good for anybody on the West Coast. Fair enough. Yo, Madtown dope. Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. What is going on? What is going on? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Tommy said, I'm just happy I get good weed at the end. Don't care. If yours is better, I'm stoned. Fair enough. That is fair enough. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Da, da, da. Oh, and who's got some almond milk? Nice. Nice indeed. Yes, yes. Big shout out to the 33 of us in here right now. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out, chitting and chatting. Not juice. Ah. Fucking Jimmy John. So I have a question for you guys. Finally, Crumble got off his ass yesterday and dropped a short. Did anybody get notifications that I dropped a short yesterday? I'm just curious. No? No, I'm not asking. I'm just curious because, yeah, I don't know. The numbers were so skewed yesterday on it. A lot of people looked at it. My thing was it was telling me that like maybe less than 1% came from notifications. And it just baffles me, that all of this came from an outside source. It was just different. That's all. Yo, Keezy, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? How is everything in your world, and how is the missus doing? I know you did, John Boy. Hey, EE, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Well, the point I was going to make is that short must have fallen into some algorithm on YouTube, because it got like 1,100 or 1,200 views. So I was really pleased with that. It gave me a small piece of faith back in the community and back in YouTube for 2 fucking minutes. Oh, okay, Keezy. Cool. Glad she's doing better. Glad she is doing better. Seems to be a lot of fascination with Jimmy John's titties this morning. Yes, indeed. Oh, it's 7:17. Crumbleweek's a slacker today. Just a little on the high side. Cheers. Ziggy for president. Hey, hon.
Yeah.
McGregor lost last night.
Really?
He hurt his leg and they stopped the fight. Like within the first 30 seconds. Maybe minute and a half.
Wow.
Yep. And Patty Pembleton won last night. I know you don't care about that, but he submitted the guy in less than a minute and a half. It's pretty amazing. TJ. Jimmy John needs a new account called Jimmy Titties. I watched him this morning. Is that what it ended up being, Cheddar, that he blew out his ACL? Yeah, being a fucking lemur.
Do you think he really has to go out?
Who?
Yeah.
Max? Here, hold on a second. I'll let him out. It's fine. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, it's about time that he goes out again. I go visit with him. Come on, go do your business. Come on. There we are. Hold on. Look. If you want to come back up, come over here. If you don't, then don't. It's up to you. It's up to you. He broke another toothpick leg. When you skip leg day. Yo, indeed. Happy 420 somewhere. I'm going to fire up a joint on that note. Sorry, was out with the dog at 4:20, but we can make it up. Indeed, indeed. Wow. That sucks, Jimmy John. Oh, did you, Osmond? You saw him win the gold back in the day? Nice. Nice indeed. Yes, yes. Top off the coffee. There we go. You leaving at 8, Mrs. Wig?
Yeah.
So what's everybody got planned for today? I mowed yesterday, so I don't have to do that today. I suppose I could put the cart behind the tractor and go around the yard and pick up all the wood that's came down out of the trees, trim off some branches and stuff, and then I could go through and actually weed eat. Golf and mow as well, yeah. I haven't done any weed eating, so I could definitely go knock a bunch of that out. It'd make Mrs. Scrumblewig happy. I've got this mullein plant outside. She said to me the other day, "You're going to cut that down? The fucking thing's 9 feet tall." It is. It is a 9-foot tall fucking mullein plant. Yeah, I'll be... Excuse me. Killing plants and cleaning up tents. Yes, indeed. Gabs, you will be busy. Michael, lunch with the family. Nice. Men's final of Wimbledon. Oh, you're going back to work after 2 weeks off. All right. That's fair enough. Oh, cast iron tubs are a bitch. You know, I've had to move them all and even broken because we broke one. The fucking sledgehammer because we couldn't get it out. We just could not get the fucking thing out of the room if not. And because they weren't changing the size of the door. It was fucked up. It's the long story short. Tub was oversized. It was in a bathroom that they didn't want to demo the whole entire door out. There was no way to get the fucking thing out. So broke it with a sledgehammer. What a pain in the balls. Mulling's good for the lungs, yeah. Oh, really, Cabs? You're buying a new tent setup, lights and everything. Nice. Yeah, smash one up and throw it out a window. Nice. And nice that there's 33 of us in here right now kicking around. Oh, that sucks. When I had my business and I was doing clean outs, I had somebody who wanted a refrigerator out of their basement. And the only way to get it out was to cut it into thirds because it was put in the basement before the house was built because it was a commercial refrigerator. Dang, man, that had to be heavy as shit. Dang. Wasman said, pluck the flowers and peel those leaves off. Do I want the big leaves? Yeah, when they did, I lived over on the east side in Oswego, and we had a gravity feed furnace, one of those ones with, looked like the big octopus in the basement, the burner in that thing, and the plates coming up the sides. Holy shit. They had to break it up with a sledgehammer to get it out of the basement. Mrs. Crumbleweed, do you want ribs today?
Sure.
Yeah? Cool. I will make ribs later. Sounds like a good idea. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. True enough, Cheddar. You tried power washing your tents, Penny? I don't know. Some people say try anything once, but learn from others' mistakes. Hey, it's Valencia's birthday, Tim. Holy shit. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Please make sure Valencia knows. Cheers, cheers, and happy birthday. Okay, Wasman. Indeed. Really, Cheddar? That's kind of neat. That is. That is indeed. Cheddar Bob said when we bought the house, it still had all the people's stuff in it. We have so much antique stuff, it's crazy. That's kind of cool, though. Speaking of cool, it is 7:30. Cheers, cheers. Absolutely, William. Cast iron tubs are good for livestock water systems. Ooh, Fiesta ware's nice. That's some solid money right there. Wow, it's been a fat minute before I've been to the city, Michael. Holy shit. Okay, this is how long it's been since I've been to New York City. Last time I went, Mama Leone's was still open. So we're talking before 1994. That's how long it's been since I've been to fucking New York City. Hey, Benny Ben, what's going on? Cheers, cheers, my friend. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, fucking Mama Leone's. $300 to $600 for a Motel 6. I stayed in one of Leona Helmsley's fucking places, and it was such a shithole. I wrote her a fucking letter. She was in jail at the time, the bitch. So she obviously didn't fucking write back to me. Not that I thought she would. The fuck was she gonna say? But there were rats in her fucking building. The elevators were shut down. We had to use the service staircase, and it was full of fucking rats. Yo, Third Eye Travels. Cheers, cheers. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, Mrs. Crumblewick and I have not gone together. I've been to the city before. She has not. Correct, Mrs. Crumble?
What was that?
Have you been to New York City?
No.
No. Please remember, nothing for sale or trade ever here. You know, but okay, Tim. So you're saying you heard they're genetically modifying the New York City rat population. Cheddar said, I think I still have a parking ticket from one of them. They'll come get you, man. Cheddar, they will find you. Yeah, difficult one, Penny. I can keep my eyes out for it and see if I can, I would be more than glad to look and see if I can find anybody that has it out there. You're a pretty solid rip. Kind of makes you want to have a little more of this one. Penny, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, you're right, Stone Root. In this day and age, an Airbnb might be a better plan of attack. I just never go back to New York. Thank you, Penny. Oh, you're forever homing some Godfather OG plans today? Nice. Yes, EE. Yes. You know what? How about when they turned New York City into a maximum security prison? Do you remember that movie? I've often waited for that to happen, unless that's what Escape from New York was. Yeah. It should be its own separate entity. They treat it that way. It's got different minimum wages than the rest of the state. They pay different taxes than the rest of the state. Male rotten peach. Yeah. William said, I think I'm the only person who gets regs and only pops femmes. Rotten Peach is femme only. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum. No, you're right. You're right. Huh. William said cross with skunk, super skunk, and corpse flower. The shutdown fucked up a lot of things. Shutdown made Crumbawig have to fucking enforce policies that the company that I worked for should have never fucking enforced. You know, we terminated a lot of good people who refused vaccines. I'm just saying it was the person's right, I think, to decide whether or not they wanted it. That's all I'll say about that with all that COVID shit. Yeah. Yeah. You know, it goes to show. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, start over hasn't been the same since. It definitely was more than just a little hiccup. Made you realize how fragile a lot of things really were, how close to, financial break a number of businesses are that could not recover from what ended up happening. Corpse flower only blooms once every 8 years, said Tim. Right, E. Hey, Gunner Smokes, what's up? What is up, my friend? Cheers, cheers. Yeah, absolutely, William. Absolutely. Not only was I working during it, but I worked for the healthcare system, our local healthcare system. And what I did was I was the director of an entire retirement community with 44 apartments, 13 duplexes, cottages on 138 acres of land. We provided everything to these residents from food service to laundry. Big, huge formal dining room. We fed 100 residents a night. And I'll tell you that during COVID, we had nobody get sick. We had nobody die. or anything like that for the full 2-year period of the fucking shutdown. But in the midst of all of that, they forced us to make people vaccinate. And I don't think it was right, especially staff. As I said, we lost a number of good people over something that suddenly 2 years later wasn't even important anymore. Oh, you're out fishing, Gunner Smokes? Nice. Nice. Yeah, the licenses and the hoops we had to. Can residents in nursing homes use cannabis up there? It's a good question. I don't believe there's any smoking on the properties of most nursing homes, so they could probably allow them edibles, I would imagine, if somebody was prescribed it. That is pretty, it's pretty out there, Rick, but that's interesting, and thanks for sharing it with us. Hart said, no nursing homes for me. Crumbleweed is pretty freaking toasted right now. I do say so myself. Ba, 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 boo, boo, boo. You know, I was going to ask what kind of brains. Oh, Hart said Bruce Banner has me sitting just right. William said pebbles. You wonder about crossing rotten peach with bloody skunk. You're probably right, Big. Oh, it's got you that much. I'm sorry, Rick. Sonard said, brains. Nice, nice. I got so used to see. The worst thing was when they lifted the masks for just all the public. We still had to mask. So I masked for over 2 years. I masked long after everybody else had to stop. Really, William? That's why I question the people who got multitudes of the vaccines. You know, the ones who got 4 or 5, 3 or 4 boosters. I'm going to say 4 or 5 because I think they only had a total of 5. I don't know. Do people go get a COVID vaccine every year now? Like the fucking flu vaccine? I don't pay attention because I stopped getting them. As soon as I no longer was required by the healthcare system I worked for, I said, fuck it. I wore a mask as long as possible just to piss off some people. We used to have a kid that walked around town up here. With a gas mask on for years. Red gas mask. 2 respirator things on it. You know, it had the eyes, darkened eyes, and it was completely red. Yeah. He disappeared after COVID. We never saw him again. It was weird. It's like he fucking knew. Don't do any vax. One more quarter. Good morning. Cheers, cheers. No, that's just it. That's one thing I can say about my current doctor. If I don't want something, I can just say I don't fucking want it. And he's like, okay, we're not going to force anything on you. I'm like, good, because I don't fucking want it. And not to mention, everything's expensive as a motherfucker. So I was talking about bitching. Cheers, cheers, one more. Cheers, cheers. I was talking about a part of my lab work that should have been, I felt, included within my physical, and they turned around and did not do that. And I said, for $450, there's got to be a different price as cash pay. You know what? I finally looked hard at the bill yesterday. That is with the cash pay discount. Holy fuck. Still $450. Motherfuckers. It just shows that they make, and even the phlebotomist, there's a separate phlebotomist charge on there. That's like a labor charge. Wonder where the fuck they get that from. Hey, Travis, what's up, my friend? What is up? Bird head pandemic masks, yes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I haven't vaccinated for the flu in years. You're right, but it was the whole state of New York. It wasn't just fucking city. It was not just the city. I mean, yes, the city was obviously worse because it's got a higher melting pot population and stuff like that. But, you know, we had just as much rage over the fucking masks and this and that. Hey, Third Eye Travels, what is up? Cheers, cheers, do 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 do. It is 7:50. Fair enough, Big. Indeed. That too. Cheddar Bob brings up a point. That's exactly what it fucking feels like, Wasmond. You know, it's $450, $450 fucking copay for my lab work. But my thing is if I'm going to have a physical, which you're telling me is considered preventative screening or whatever, and it's supposed to be 100% covered, wouldn't blood work be part of a fucking physical? I say yes. Yeah. You have a valid point there, Cabs. And we saw this stuff from inside the healthcare system. We saw who didn't get it. We saw the populations that weren't affected. We all saw the mania that was attached to it. It is 7:52. Thought it was hilarious that people thought. Stop. Yeah, scamdemic. Boo, 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 boo. You're right, Wasman. Would have been out all summer long in my bare feet. Hockey sticks do work great as social distancing sticks. Yeah, that's true. Michael, thank you for coming in. Always nice to see you. Hopefully we'll see you during the next live. You have yourself an absolutely fantastic morning and rest of your weekend. Hey, Tasha, cheers, cheers. Good day. Good day indeed. Hope everything's well in South Africa. I'm sure you're probably working. No, it's Sunday. You might not be working today. I don't know. You let me know if you are or aren't. Oh, fuck yeah. The woke shit does need to come to an end. It really does. Okay, Mano is asking, has anyone grown OG Sour D from Cali Connections? Oh, nice, Tasha. You're spending time with the family? Awesome, awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. We are rolling up on 8 o'clock. Get rid of the group of apes. You got a point there, Chatter. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Ba 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 ba. Wasman, have yourself a fantastic Sunday. May the day be filled with lots of awesome infusion. Indeed, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Yeah. Huh. Oh, you're leaving YouTube soon again? I'm sorry about that, Tasha. You lost a family member on Wednesday. Alrighty, everybody. We are winding down here. Big shout out to the 34 of us that are kicking around. I want to thank y'all for being here with us and let you know we will be back tomorrow, same time, 5:30 in the morning until about 8 o'clock. And yeah, I hope everybody has an absolutely fantastic day. Get out there, spread some love. Let people know you care. You're going to make a big difference in the world to them. Trust me. You may not think so, but it definitely does. So you guys have yourself an absolutely fantastic day. Peace. And now...